What's going on, everybody? We are back. The fellas from No Hesi, we're back from All-Star Weekend, man. We had a much-needed break, but we back on it. I'm Marcus, the host and mediator of the No Hesi Hoopcast, and I have two of the best casts in the game right now talking hoops. We got Black Moses and Leak. Fellas, what's going on, Black? How you doing?
Man, I'm still waiting on I'm still waiting to be stimulated by the government. But I'm good, man. I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm good. Leak, what about
you? Hey, man, my stimmy came. You feel me? Stimmy gang. Hey, man, no, I'm good. I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, stimmy. I'm straight, man. Ready to bloviate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pops. You know what I'm saying? Ran into him in the Target store. He asked me, was I bloviating today? I told him I was off. You know what I mean? So today I'm back.
Yes, we are back on the bloviation, man. We got a lot to talk about, fellas. I mean, we got a lot to get to. So, and we want to first of all thank everyone who's checking us out live and those who are watching us on replay. Do us a huge favor, click that notification, click that bell notification, and click the like and subscribe button. You know what I mean? Because we want you to be a part of the No Hesi squad. So, without further ado, guys, let's really get into the pick'ems from week 11. I know week 12. We took a nice little break, but let's go back to week 11 and let's see how many dubs and L's we have. Black, let's start with you, man. How you looking?
Man, it was a tough week. I'm going to be honest about that. First and foremost, the All-Star game didn't really move the needle. All right, let's be clear about that. But I got 3 out of the 8 games we selected, man. It wasn't a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee, how'd you do, man?
So I definitely did better than Black. All right. I happened to get 5 out of the 8 games. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, also, I did take an L for the. No, I'm sorry. I did take an L for the All-Star game though, because I did have Team KD as we did, right, Mark? We had Team KD.
Yeah.
Black had Team Brown, right?
Yep.
So we did take an L in that. That's almost like a what are those balls called at the end of the rack on the 3-point contest?
The money ball.
It's like so Black got the money ball, right? You know what I mean? Hey, so we'll call
I was going to ask for a modifier.
Right. No, we'll call it another tie, all right? We still got to break it, all right?
Right.
But I want my case to do.
Right. Well, actually, yeah, man. So I don't know where we're at as far as overall rankings. We're probably still at close to a tie, or I forget. We got to keep track.
Well, it was tie after last week. So if we're counting this for real, then Leak broke that tie. He's in the lead right now.
All right, that's fine. I was gonna give you the money ball win so we could tie it back up, but I'll take it.
Hey, look, I don't need your pity. All right,
I'm gonna give you the screen for that.
Hey, listen, I don't need your pity, man. I don't need that.
All right, fellas, we got a lot to get to. I do want to say that we will have our resident correspondent and friend of the podcast.
Hey.
We want to save that, but we have a special guest coming on later on. So let's get straight to it, guys. Nothing but Nets, man. The Nets once again have made yet another move with the acquisition of Blake Griffin. I want to get you guys' take on this. Are the Nets the team to beat? What are your thoughts on the Nets so far? Leak, I'm going to go ahead and start with you on this one, man.
Hey, man. First of all, I want to shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all coming in. Y'all about to get it popping in here. So we'll be looking forward to you guys dropping takes in here. Man, acquiring Blake Griffin. Now, I got to be honest, man. We don't know if he's the Blake Griffin of the Lob City.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. He knows he's not the Blake Griffin.
All right.
Lob City squad.
Hey, you know what? Hey, he hasn't played meaningful basketball in about 2 years. So one could assume that he's not, but he might surprise us. I ain't gonna lie. He might surprise us. I mean, he is a professional athlete, right? He's healthy. Right. So that means he's got to be ready to go at some point. And if that's the case, then we're going to assume that he's in good shape. And if he's in good shape, then we know that Blake Griffin is going to be able to provide something. We don't know how much he's going to be able to provide, but we know he's going to provide something. So I definitely think that he has the least amount of pressure out of everybody on the squad. H&R Block wants to get a little bit of, they're trying to get some finance.
Hey, make sure you do your taxes, y'all. You don't want to end up like Wesley Snipes.
Right.
Shout out to Wesley, man.
Shout out to Wesley and Eddie. All right.
You're right.
But I like the addition because what they added was not only another big, which is what they needed, right? But they also have some type of playmaking from the big spot now. Now they can do pick and rolls with Blake Griffin as the screen guy, and then they can get it to him on the roll, and he can make another pass, another play make out of that roll pass. So I like what they got. It's almost lightweight, like the all stoic team, right? You know what I mean? With Blake, Kyrie, James, and KD, or some, these guys are more the philosophizers out of the league. You know what I mean? Even Dinwiddie, right? You know what I mean? These aren't your average ferocious competitors. These are more like mentally demoralizers. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like the addition. I'm with it. Obviously, they're still a team to beat because they have KD and Kyrie and James Harden. So I'm with the move. But Black, you can go ahead and bloviate on that.
Man, I mean, let's be honest, they didn't need much, right? They didn't need much more than what they already had. I mean, you already got KD's out right now, and the combo of Kyrie and James Harden are still propelling this team to top of the East as comprised. Now you add a Blake Griffin, and I mean, let's keep it a buck. I mean, you only need Blake Griffin to give you 10 to 15 points again, and he could definitely do that, right?
Right.
He's developed a nice little mid-range to 3-point jump shot. He can knock down some free throws. He'll give you a little bit of defense. They got Claxton back as well, the future dreaded brother on the squad. He's your rim protect as well. So I think, man, I listen. They're the most compelling team in the league. I'm gonna just go on a limb and say that. This is what Bron has created in the league. All these guys, they want an opportunity to hoist up the trophy. And they see Brooklyn as the best vehicle in order to do that. These guys don't want to join Bron's squad. They don't want to come out west. They decided Brooklyn is the best place to script their narrative, and we see that it's coming along nicely, right? Yeah. Some would even say they would rather see the Nets win than the Lakers win this year. Right?
Yes.
I mean, you got Kyrie on his redemption. Kevin Durant basically saying, hey, what I did in Golden State wasn't a fluke. This wasn't because I was playing with Steph and Clay. This is because I'm a killer, and anywhere I go, I turn it into a winning situation. You got Blake, who's he sees the haters, he sees the doubters, and he wants to show them that he still has big games left in him. And then you got Steve Nash, a Hall of Famer, now transitioning into a handler role, right? I mean, all this sounds like storybook stuff here, man.
Hey, you didn't include James Harden, right? With his him convincing everybody. Yo, peep the playmaking skills by Harden first of all, but Harden, peep, just check this out. What is give and go, and then the alley-oop. Come on, man.
James Harden looking like the best point guard in the NBA, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He looking like he knows the game in and out. As far as the primary ball handler role, they got the deadliest off-ball scorer in Kyrie, Kobe, Iverson, Bryant, right?
Right. You got Joe Harris,
right? The best top 3 marksman in the league, right?
Lightweight catch and shoot gold badge.
Right.
So yeah, hey, listen, Leak, Marcus, listen. the Nets are the most compelling storyline in the league this year.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, man. I did want to bring up one other thing while we're on this topic. The absence of Kevin Durant, is that an issue for you guys, or do you see that as him just getting healthy, getting ready for the postseason?
They're protecting Kevin Durant, right? They don't need him right now. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to get him beat down by the season, just so they can, just so they lose him for the playoffs. You might as well save him. That's your ace, right?
Yep, big joker.
And as Jay-Z said, man, spades face up. You could believe it for now. Shout out to Shannon too.
Yeah, I think just getting them cleaned up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like taking your time with them. Look, man. Of course, KD could go out there right now and drop 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with injured big toe and all. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. You know what I mean? So at this point, just keeping the guy cleaned up. Keeping his fruit smoothies on deck. You know what I mean? Right. Keeping his massages going. You know what I'm saying? Little being waved with the huge leaf as a fan. Look, it's fed grapes. Listen, man, KD's being taken care of. They're just getting it right, making sure his pinky toe is straight. All right.
Yeah, man. The Nets definitely have a lot going for them, and definitely making some noise in the league this year. Now, before we go forward, I did want to check in to see if our special guests, if they're ready yet, Leak, or are we still waiting for them?
Yeah. We're still waiting, so we're good to go. He will let us know once he's officially in the building. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's go on to a team whose their run directly affects the Nets' run. Right. Ooh. Let's talk about what's going on in Los Angeles, guys. The Lakers are in late trouble. They're in paradise. So AD has been out, and we got word recently that he's going to be out indefinitely, man. So, Black, let's start with you, man. What do you think about the Lakers? What do you think is going on in La La Land?
We're in serious trouble right now, man. We're in serious. We're in a predicament right now, man. I don't. It doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Today, Black is gonna try to bloviate as truthfully and honestly as possible. I've got serious concerns about this team right now. I mean, one, Bron's in year 17, right? 17. He's 36.
18. You're 18.
35, 36 years old now, right? He shouldn't have to be used in this manner. He's still the highest usage player on the squad. With AD out, nobody has stepped up consistently to help him out, to compliment him. You got Wesley Matthews looking like he drank whatever Danny Green drank while he was in LA, dropping donut after donut. Kyle Kuzma shows signs here and there, but he has yet to become that consistent scoring piece that we need him to be.
Yeah.
I like what Montrez is bringing. But I mean, and Morris, I got to shout out the Morris twin as well. Mm-hmm. But other than that, man, we're just so inconsistent across the board. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't think the Lakers have what it takes to beat the Nets, let alone take care of the West, man. I'm concerned. Lee?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, I bet y'all wasn't expecting that, right?
Hey. Every year, man. Every year it's the same thing, right? Why is LeBron's usage rate so high? Does he have enough in the tank? Can he get them where they need to go? He doesn't have enough help. Every year it's the same thing. Yet, every single year, he's in that big game. Right? He's right there at the end, right? Right where you knew he would be. All right? AD is going to be all right, okay? Cue the K dot, all right? Cue the K dot. All right. Wesley Matthews, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, the Morris twin, Mark Gasol, right? Kyle Kuzma. All they got to do is knock down the open shots once the dance come, right? Once that big dance come, the playoffs are here. Those guys just got to knock down the shots. I have very little.
Hey, let us not forget Contavious Caldwell Pope looking like Contavious Caldwell dope again.
yeah. Last year we had him at Contavious Caldwell. Nope. Right. You know what I mean?
His bubble burst.
But this is the thing. All these guys got to do is just deliver when the time comes. That's all it is. Right now, we can say all these things right now during the regular season. The Lakers just need to get home court advantage. They will have that. They're third.
But do they survive? Do they survive, Leak? Do they survive this slide and maintain home court, man?
Absolutely. They're third in the West, and they have the same record as the number 2 seed. So it's not like they've slipped back or anything like that. They're 4-6 in their last 10, and everybody starts panicking, right?
Well, other teams have fortified themselves. You got the Suns that they're looking like they're going to make a turn.
Allegedly,
You got the Suns looking like they're ready to take a turn. You got Portland at your heels. Hey, I'm being realistic.
Black.
Let me ask y'all this. Hold
on.
I sound panicked.
Hold on, Black. Hold on.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, okay? All right. Take a deep bloviation. All right. Thank you. Okay. Look at this guy on the screen. He's stressed. You don't want to be like him, all right? Let me get this guy off here, all right? All right. Let me get this guy out of here, right? Look, man. All I'm saying is every year, Cat's got something to say about how LeBron's team is doing after All-Star break. That's what I'm saying. Every year, it's the same thing. Are they running out of gas? Does he have enough help? Can the guys knock down? And when the playoffs come, these guys do deliver because Bron be on their helmet. That's all I'm saying. Now, will they beat the Nets? I have no clue. I actually have the Nets beating them. That's my prediction towards the beginning of the year. But let's not act like Utah is really built like that as far as to beat Bron.
Hold your bloviation.
You got your time. All right.
Well, we're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on Utah.
We can touch on that. We got Utah versus the West coming up, right? Right? So you can hold that. Okay? All right. So Utah hasn't done. They have not been to the places where LeBron James has taken his teams. Neither has the Phoenix Suns. Hell, neither has Chris Paul. Right? These guys have not been deep in the cave like that, right?
Hey, I'll tell you who has though. I'll tell you who has. The Los Angeles Clippers.
Have they?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard has. And Serge Ibaka has.
All right, my question to y'all, man. I'm gonna cut your bloviation short. My question to y'all is: Do the Lakers need to make do they need to make another move in order to stay competitive, or can they is this sustainable without Anthony Davis? That's my question to y'all.
In the interest of full disclosure, fellas, Leak, I'm sorry, man. I'm leaning towards Black on this one.
Thank you, man.
I'm in full panic mode, boy. I tell you that.
Yo, hey, Leak, you too laissez-faire right now, man.
Listen,
Right.
if Anthony Davis was playing and they won 4 or 6 out of 10, right? Then I would and LeBron looked like he was slowing down, then I would be worried. But for them to not have their full squad, for Bron to be healthy and thriving, smiling during All-Star break, got his rehab in, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about Utah. I'm not worried about Phoenix. Okay,
man,
the only team,
Bron shouldn't have to be doing this right now, Leak.
A lot of wear and
He
tear
shouldn't
on
have
that
to
body.
be doing this right now. We
I
just started the second half. We just started the second half.
Go ahead. I can't even get my narratives off, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My bad, man. My bad, man. Look, he shouldn't have to be carrying this load. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
And AD looks very fragile, man. I'm very concerned.
I think that's the thing, Leak, is that if AD comes back as AD, I feel really good. I think we can compete with the Nets. I think we can get through the West. But I think my thing is I'm not sure AD's coming back as AD, man.
He's been coasting all year. He's hurt now.
Coasting all year. He was admittedly out of shape to start the year. I think he had his cake last year, and now he's eating it. You know what I mean? He got his ring, and he didn't come back as the same AD. He had a shortened offseason, and now he's been hurt. I mean, you can't play your way into shape during the playoffs. We need you at your best. And so that's what
checked out. Leaks checked out.
No, I haven't checked out yet. All right, but one more cut of my ovation, and I can't promise anything. But the thing is, AD is sitting out for these 2 weeks to get right. Not necessarily. Look, he could go if he needed to right now. If this was the playoffs, he'd be able to go. But they're sitting him out to get him right. That's what we need to remember. It's not that he's just not 100% right now. It's not like he's done, right? And when has AD not looked fragile, right? Right? That's the case. When has he not looked fragile? Now, like I said, I don't know if they're going to beat the Nets. That's a whole nother story. Okay. But to get out the West, Bron's not going to let anybody. Listen, the only team that's going to take him out of the West are the Clippers. And I think Bron's already mentally psyched them out and put himself above them mentally. So I'm not worried about it. You know, this makes it all the more interesting to me as far as the Western Conference playoffs go. I am worried about the Nets, but I'm not worried about the West. Now,
and the people definitely don't want to see Bron win the championship this year. I'll tell you that.
Hey, people don't want to see him win it any year. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot.
Shout out to Nate Curry, No Hesi Noti gang. You know what I'm
saying? Sure. What up, Nate?
Shout out to Mr. You Go Crazy, right?
Right.
Building. Right. So yeah, so that's my stance on it. But I understand you guys are worried. I understand. But Black, listen, man, I understand you're worried about it. I understand you got apprehensions, right? I understand the narrative, but don't cut off my bloviation.
All right, guys. I hope y'all was able to get it all out as we move to the next topic, man. This is a new segment. Do we have time? Leak, we're still good on timing here to go ahead and go through this one.
Oh, let's see. Yep, still good on timing. Right. I will let you know. Yep.
All right, so we're going to a new segment, and I think that the listeners are really going to enjoy this one. It's called Cap or No Cap. All right, and we're going to go rapid fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we're going to be going through a list of topics, man, and I want you guys' hot take on this joint. Do you believe it or not? All right. So, number one, and just make this fun. Go ahead and answer in the comment section as well, and we'll get them on. We'll get you on a No Hesi Jam screen. So, All-Star Weekend, should we 86 the dunk contest or not? Black, let's start with you.
Facts. It's not moving the needle. Superstars don't want to do it. The dunks are, at this point, we've seen every dunk we could possibly see. 3-point contest is more compelling. Facts.
Hey, I'm gonna go with Cap. All right. Ooh. That's Cap. They should not 86 the dunk contest. I understand it's lackluster about every for about 3 to 4 years consecutively. It is lackluster, but on that 4th or 5th year, we do get something epic, right? In the case of Vince Carter, Nate Robinson, Zach LaVine. All right, so those things are pieces of history that if they were to be removed would change the game. So I'm going to say keep the dunk contest. I think guys will eventually get the picture and the superstars will join in, specifically the young ones. But yeah, I'll say let's keep it.
All right. Cap or facts? Utah is a serious threat to win the West. Black?
Cap. Hey, listen. I'm I'm gonna use this segment to launch a new segment that I have called Black's List. Any guy that gets on my nerves in the league is going on Black's List, and right now that's Rudy Gobert. That's all I want to say. Cap, I don't believe in Utah, and you shouldn't either. All right, they're overplaying right now. They're playing up.
Listen,
Cap, not worried about them. Hey, you
All
don't
right,
want to be on Black's List.
All right, Lee, what you think?
it's Cap.
Cap or facts?
It's
Cap.
Cap, man. Right? It's Cap, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, hey, Black was the one that just quoted Utah talking about why he's worried about what the Lakers have gotten going on. So I'm not sure why he would say that that's Cap, because he's under the impression that Bron could be taken out by Rudy Gobert and Donovan Hedgehog Mitchell, right? Right? He's under that impression because he did reference them when he's talking about how the Lakers are in trouble. Listen, the Utah Jazz are not a pillar. They're not a staple. They're playing up, just like Black said. Shout out to Donnie Hedgehog Sonic Mitchell, right? With that hedgehog. shout out to the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert. But listen, man, that's all light work. Once the playoffs come, you know what I mean? Donnie Mitch will revert to his chuck himself. All right. And we'll see the other guys forget that they were the one seed. So yeah, we'll keep that Cap.
Hey, listen, I put Utah in that convo because they could still conceivably exit the Lakers in the second round. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to make it out of the West, but they still are a threat, all right? I'll leave it at that.
All right. So now, Cap or facts, y'all? Knicks are the real deal. Leak, since you got the New York hat on, we're going to start with you.
Hey, man, we're going to call that facts. Yeah. It's fact year. Tom Thibodeau has came and changed the culture. I got to give him that. I think they've never been out of a top 5 defensive team in the league at this point. They were even number 1 at a point, right? So if you're playing defense like that and you're in the East, you got a chance. The Knicks are in the playoff race right now. I believe they're in the 7th or 8th spot, but I definitely see them as a real deal squad, and they'll be even better next year. So I'm going to go ahead and go with facts.
What?
Facts. Facts. Hey, I love what they've done. They're looking like the NBA success story of the season. The NBA benefits when New York is good. They've got a great young core. Julius Randle's playing at the top of his game. A shout out to RJ Barrett, who's coming along nicely, as well as I so eloquently put on the first few episodes of the season. And also shout out to Worldwide West. Facts.
Mm-hmm. All right. I like that. Next one, fellas. Cap or facts? Chris Paul should be a legitimate MVP candidate. Leak, we're going to start with you on this one.
Hey, man, that's Cap. All right. That's Cap. Hey, shout out to CP, right? And I love what he's doing over there in Phoenix. But let's not act like Devin Booker is not balling out of his mind, all right? Let's not acting like Monty Williams is not coaching out of that bald head, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's be very clear, man. The Nets have leveled up prior to Chris Paul coming. In the bubble, they look like the best team there, right? They might have not lost in the bubble, or they might. I think they only lost one game or something like that. But Monty Williams turned this thing around prior to Chris Paul even coming into Phoenix. So I definitely love what Chris is doing. I think he's supporting what they already had, right? With Booker, Bridges, Ayton, right? I even like the young guy, Cam Johnson. Shout out to baby Cam over there at Mark's crib, too.
Yeah.
But shout out to Cam Johnson at the same time, right? So listen, man, that's Cap. CP3 is not an MVP candidate. We all know Bron has that in the bag, okay? I'm on my what's it called? My perk. You know what I'm saying? Big perk. You know what I mean?
All right, Black, what you think?
That's definitely Cap. I've seen this floating around on the interwebs. I thought it was interesting thought. But listen, CP want to attach. He want to align himself with a successful narrative. All right. We all know that Suns were on an uptick after the last year's bubble. Like Leak said, Monty Williams is coaching up. Everybody's buying in. CP is helping, but he's not even the best player on the squad. I'm gonna say Cap.
All right. I like that one.
And I think we lost our okay, he's back.
All right, Lee.
I had to get my special juice. Hey, real quick though, prior to moving on, we did have our special guest ready, so might be a good idea to bring him in. He can finish off the Capper facts with us because we love his takes as well.
Yeah.
So if you wanna go ahead and introduce him, Mark, I'll go ahead and bring him on in.
Absolutely, man. We want to welcome to the No Hesi Jam Screen our resident expert, Kings enthusiast, Skip. What's good with you?
What up, Skip?
Hi, guys.
Hey,
what up, Skip?
Not the Kings. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, they on the soft tank.
I think
the soft tank was never meant to feel good. I'll tell you.
I think it's hardened a little bit into the firm tank now, but we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah, we'll
get to
that.
it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's hold the perg talk. All right, until we get through the segments. Obviously, anything to do with the Kings would be perg talk. So, shout out to Skip. Thank you for joining the show. Shout out to Tabahana for the chair sponsorship. Skip, if you want to throw out any other shout outs before we bring you into the fold, we appreciate it. Hey, we appreciate you coming on as well.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all. I just want to give a shout out to the government and the stimulus check. The only thing keeping me from being sick with how terrible these Kings are. I know I'm not supposed to be talking about perg talk right now, but it's just vomiting out of my mouth. Shout out to Tabu Ohana. That's the family. Chair company, gaming chair, office chair, right out of here, right out of Sacramento, where we at, Macramento, if you will. If you need yourself a gaming chair, holla at your boy Skip. You can find me online, Skip and Tosh on Twitter. I'll get you my discount. I'll get you in some comfort. You're going to need it if you live here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Skip got the black tape on the Kings hat.
Hey, you put the X on that thing, man. Look, with the X.
All right, we definitely gonna get there. Let's get, man. While we got you here, we want to get your take on this new segment, Capper Facts. So we pretty much rapid fire here. So here's another good one for you guys to consider. I need your take on this. Cap or facts? Ben Simmons is overrated. Let's start with Skip on this one.
Ben Simmons is highly overrated. Excuse me. Let me rewind that back. Kings talk just comes out of my mouth. They're highly overrated. He is slightly overrated. I mean, he is still a good defender, so we can't forget the things that he does on the other side of the ball with stopping those point guards and being able to defend multiple positions. People only think about his offensive shortcomings. But I mean, that's really it. But yeah, I mean, him not being able to shoot, that really comes into play in the postseason. During the regular season, he's still an animal, but he's an animal that might get let loose out of the Philly gym, so to speak.
Yeah. Leak, what you think, man?
Hey, man, look, Ben Simmons averaging 16 points for his career, right? He's shooting 66% from the free throw line. All right, and he's shooting 28% from the 3-point line. That's a fact that Ben Simmons is overrated. Okay, all right, he's oversized, forced point guard. Okay, he's forcing that primary ball handler role. I love the defense, like Skip said. Of course he can clamp down on guards. He's 6'10", right? Yeah. So Ben Simmons is definitely overrated. Ben Simmons is a Lonzo piece on a chip squad. All right.
Man. All right, Black, what you think?
Hey, I'm so disrespected. Hey, that's Cap. All right, he's it's cap with a caveat. I'll say that. Elite top 3 to top 5 passer in the league. All right. I heard it best off mic. He's basically Draymond Green with a souped up engine. All right, and I rock with that. Now the caveat
Is Draymond Green overrated?
Listen, the caveat is he's going to have to show this in the playoffs. He has not done that yet up to this point. But with his defense, with his passing, with his leadership capabilities, I think that he's properly rated right now until he gets exposed in the playoffs.
So it's a caveat there. All right. Next one, fellas. Myers Leonard will survive the cancellation. Cap or facts? Skip, let's start with you on that one.
That's a cap and facts. It's a cap that he will survive the cancel camp, for lack of a better term, that he will go through. In his body, he'll survive it. Facts, he will get another contract in the NBA. He's going to get paid a lot more money and play more minutes over in China, where it's a little more okay to be racist. So cap and facts.
All right. All right, Black, what you think?
I think it's cap. I think it's cap. I don't think he's good enough to survive cancellation. If he was better, if he was a better player, or if he was healthy right now, even he might survive this. But the fact that he's out for the rest of this year, and just the weight of the hatred, I don't think he's going to survive. At best, he'll be on the G League Ignite team. So that's it's cap.
I think it's interesting. I want to interject. I think Black Moses is forgetting how white Myers Leonard is and the privilege that he enjoys will get him through this. But I'll go ahead and I'll digress. I'll let you take it over to the next No Hesi master.
If I get throw one more in, I'm sorry. Skip, the community that he spoke on will see to it that he will not have a pleasant he will not have a pleasant time trying to get back into the league. Let's just leave it at that.
I'll say this: the community that he spoke on likes to control money. So as long as he has some that they can control, they will control him, and he will go where they tell him to. Even if it's the Maccabi Haifa team, which expect him to be there, serving out the rest of his public prison sentence.
Hey, look, and I do want to preface this segment by saying, let us be careful, man. We don't want no Hesi to get canceled. All right.
Let us remind you that they've tried that before, and it didn't work.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, No Hesi is our platform, all right? All right, we built the platform, all right? All right, we established the platform. We stand on the platform, okay? All right, let's be very clear about that. Hold on. Let's be very clear about that, okay? All right. All right, we're not going to use any terms that buyers use, not at all. Absolutely not. Let's be very clear, all right? No Hesi built this platform, okay? All right. Now, with that being said, will Myers Leonard survive the cancellation? Man, that's facts. All right, that's facts. He will. Myers Leonard. All right. He apologized. He will go through his concentration camp, so to speak, as far as being educated. Right. So he doesn't make this mistake again. Right. So he doesn't put himself in a position again. Right. Now, would any other player, would a normal NBA player survive this cancellation? That's cap. They wouldn't. Like he said, enjoys certain let's just say equities. All right, that certain players might not. And let's be very clear. The NBA will use the excuse that, hey, a big is always needed, especially a stretch, right? So Myers Leonard will survive this whole fiasco. Will he be the same afterwards? Absolutely not. He'll be a shell of himself, but he will physically survive this, and he will get another contract. All right.
Yeah, I honestly think he's got a better career in streaming. You know what I mean? I've been in a couple COD lobbies, and they love language like this, man. This is prime.
That's part of the reason why he's surviving it. Like Myers, I follow the NBA channel on Twitch, and they would when they're not live, they would host him. So he's actually the first NBA player that I followed on Twitch because he was the first one that I saw. He was playing Fortnite. In that culture, they use all those words. And let's be very clear, he only used that word because he was getting ready to say the N word with a hard R and swerved from it and thought he could get away with that one because all of his little friends on his team say it.
Yeah, he's ready to have a Freudian slip, that's for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate Skip with the insight on that joint right there. So my last one, fellas, is this: cap or facts? Lakers and Nets will match up in the finals. Skip, let's start with you.
Mark, I thought you liked me, and that's why you brought me back on the show. And I'm seeing that that's not the case. I bought a sweatshirt. I supported. I like all the posts that you guys do on the the young black married and debt free. What happened, man? I thought we were closer than that. You know what? Just out of hate, because I know you're a Lakers fan. Cap, okay? Lakers aren't making it. Next person.
All right.
I'm gonna say. What? How is the question posed so I can make sure I answer correctly first?
Lakers and Nets will match up in the finals. Cap or facts?
I know. Hey, look. I know I've been on an emotional roller coaster all at. The no heady community lightweight. They lightweight like this with Black Mo today. They don't know where he's gonna go with this one, but I'm gonna say that they will match up in the finals, man. I can't go against my squad, man. Not live.
All right, Lee, what you think?
Hey, you won't catch me with the black tape on my Lakers hat, all right?
What you think, Lee?
I love you, Skip.
Fucking cowards.
Oh, my fault. What'd you say? What'd you say? My fault. Yeah. Anyways, what you say? Anyway. Lakers and Nets in the finals. Yes, that would be facts. That is the narrative. That's been the narrative from day one. That will remain the narrative until the last day. So yeah, I got that happening. Excuse my technical error. I didn't mean to put that up on the Hesi Jam screen. My fault.
Hey, if no Hesi ain't back next week, you guys know exactly why. All right.
All right. Well, now it's time for a special segment, man, where we just let Skip kind of get loose, man, and talk about the Kings. We are based out of Sacramento, California, as many of you know. So we're going to just let Skip go ahead and just get loose, man. What do you think about the Kings?
I mean, what's there to think?
Explode.
If it wasn't for the known laws of physics and the carbon-based life forms that we are in this material world, my atoms may not even be held together right now. All right. I mean, what is there to think? There's nothing to think. There's nothing to think about. Like Monty McNair had a meeting with Luke Walton the Friday before All-Star Weekend and told him that he's going to keep his job. Like none of us knew that. I told y'all he was going to keep his job when I told y'all about the soft tank. And now it's a firm tank. That's all it did. All Monty McNair did was firm up the tank. All he did was say, hey, here's the tank. Now I want you to just go like this and just hold and then raise your legs up 6 inches off the ground. Remember when we did that in football? Okay. And we just firmed out that core area. That's what Monty McNair did to the Kings community when he kept Lucas Walton. I mean, like, here's my thing. How do you have two former associate head coaches from the Golden State Warriors, a former owner, a part owner of the Golden State Warriors, and Vivek Ranadive, and they can't give you half of the success?
Literally.
Like, they can't give you a quarter of the success. Just more confirmation. It's the soft, now updated to 2.0, a firm tank. We're just going. I mean, look, if we don't get Cade, I mean,
it's a loss.
Did you say a loss? Black Moses, that's what Kings fans wake up in the morning and eat for breakfast with coconut milk. Okay? All right? I've got so many L's in my digestive system. If I took a dump right now, all right, there would be another L Street, all right, in downtown Sacramento. No wonder that the other side of the street that the Kings Arena is on is L Street. You know what? Why did I come on here? I thought y'all liked me.
Yo, Skip, I got a question for you. The No Hesi community would like to know: do the Kings make any trades before deadline?
You know, here's the funny thing about that. I've been serious about everything. It takes at least two to tango with trades. You can't just call up another team and say, hey, I'm about to send some players y'all way. Send us something we like back as a gift basket. All right, see you in the next GM meeting. Bye. Like, it don't work like that. They gotta want it, and you gotta want what they want, and then y'all gotta spit shake, and so, you know, will we? I mean, we've been trying to make trades. I mean, we've even been illegally trying to make trades. And you've seen that with Bogdanovich being on the Atlanta Hawks, who just whooped our ass 3 ways to Sunday 2 nights ago. Like, how do you get blown out by the Atlanta Hawks? They're the Atlanta Hawks. How?
Hey. Now Belly is. I hear his name on the ringer. You don't think that you'll be able to move him at least?
Abel, look, you see that face? Look at that face. Does that face think that they'll be able to move him? Him and Belly weren't even on the same page, and Belly got more DMPs than damn. What the hell is his name? I don't even remember his name anymore.
Kevin Porter Jr.
The Kevin Porter Jr. All right. So yeah, are we going to be able to trade him? I mean, I don't know. Like, we maybe. I don't know. What is
hey, how do you trust this? How do you trust this guy? I'm looking at his face right now, and it doesn't look like a trustable face. How can you go to war for this guy if you're a Kings player? I don't see it.
What do you mean you don't see it? No one's seen it because we haven't gone to war since he's been our coach.
They're not going to war. That's the whole problem. Right.
We've been gone fishing. We've been gone on vacation. We've been spending our NBA salaries. We haven't been in a war. We have no warriors. No one goes to war for him. Did y'all go to war for him when he was y'all's coach down in LA? Hell, I had to tell Leak. I don't know what he's telling Lonzo to do because Lonzo just dribbles the balls up and passes it and then runs over into the corner. I spotted that as a Kings fan. Right. How do you think I felt when they said, "Oh, yeah, Vlade hired Luke Walton"? Oh gosh, I just wanted to seppuku.
You know when they say, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. We literally wished it on our worst enemy.
Right.
You did.
Man. Well, yeah.
Hey, Skip, I hate to see you like this, man. I don't like this. I ain't never seen you like this before, Skip.
I got a question. Skip. Now we know that the Kings are not doing well right now, or for the last 15 years, and we know that it's a hard time being a Kings fan. Obviously, you definitely, as the Hesi Jam shows, you X'd out the logos. Now, the question I have for you is, Is there a bright spot that you see right now for the Kings, or do you have multiple? Is there something that you are looking forward to, or that actually appeases your fandom?
The frustration, man.
Someone say something about a bright spot. Look,
yes.
Look, no, I don't see a bright spot. You know why? Because I'm dealing with it. Okay, I got the shades on. Okay, I'm dealing with it. I don't see a bright spot. There's no bright spots. Okay, the only spot at all that we have is De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton. You know, we got him. He fell to 12. I'm not gonna act like Monty McNair is some genius because he took the best player available at 12 because 8 other GMs were idiots. Okay, right. Just because other people are idiots don't make you a genius. All right, we got lucky. All right, and then yes, Marvin Bagley is finally starting to figure it out a little bit more. That athletics ain't everything. It can't get you everything. You got to learn NBA basketball, so you got to learn how to take charges and set picks and actually stay there and all that other stuff. So you know, there's spots. Would I call them bright? I mean, not really. They're all just a bunch of people that are going to ask for trades in the next 3 years when we don't make the playoffs.
Dang,
just like D Fox right there.
Yeah. Does that look like a bright spot to you?
That looks like D Fox demanding a trade right there in that image.
Right.
He did, and it's in the mail. All right.
Oh, we got Stop the Cap in the building. Shout out to Stop the Cap. He says Fluke Walton. All right.
Fluke Walton.
I like that one.
Hey, Leak. Are there any other Kings comments in the thread so we could pose those to Skip?
Yeah, we got Nate Curry. Shout out to Mr. You Go Crazy himself. All right. Shout out to Mr. Check Up on It. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Mr. Ball without you, right?
Shout out to Mr. Ball without you.
Hey, can I shout out something as a real Sacramento person? Shout out to the Cuffish, who I used to go see in concert when Nate was a young child on stage. And shout out to Nate. One of the last Kings games that we were actually able to attend, I saw him there. He didn't know who I was, but I knew who he was. So Nate, shout out to you, brother. What's up?
See, Nate. See, now Nate's head's gonna get all big because he feels like he has, real true support, man. And we can't do that. You can't do that on this platform.
Have you seen that Ball Without You video, Black?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. We reviewed that on here.
Nate head already big. All right. All right. Now shout out to Nate. But so he says 15-year rebuild. Now, is this the end of the rebuild, or is it more like a 18-year rebuild?
A tentative 20-year rebuild. Sounds like.
Look, fellas, look. Look at the word meaning repeat, right? And then build. You need both in order for that word to be relevant, and we ain't building nothing. Ain't no damn building. All right. So no, 15-year rebuild. No, it's just been 15 years of destitution, hopelessness, sickness,
prostitution.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're looking at one of the prime hoes right here. Okay, I get damn season tickets right here. Okay, and all I got to show for it is this T-shirt.
Right, with 2 pieces of black tape X'd out the logo.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Skip. One last question from me. Are you at least looking? And this is gonna be a slick question. Are you at least looking forward to attending a game before the end of the season?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean they're all good questions. Yeah, man. I mean, hell, when COVID started, I was on my way down to the arena, and they literally canceled the game between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings. So that literally before. So yeah, I would like to resume my life where I left off, or what I have left of my life, or what you call a life. Do you even call it living if you're a Kings fan? Don't answer that question. So yeah, I'm gonna go down there And I'm gonna say hi to my fans. We're basically gonna have a big cry fest about how terrible we are, and then I'm gonna boo the team. I'm gonna boo them. I'm gonna boo them all. I'm gonna boo everybody except for Reese because he's new here. I'm not gonna boo him, but I'm gonna boo them all. I'm gonna boo him. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna scream. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might get arrested, y'all. Do y'all have bail money? Y'all can get me out.
Yeah, we got you. I got my stimmy.
Well, thank you, because I sure as hell ain't about to give none of my stimmy to them.
We're gonna crowdfund that. We're gonna crowdfund that from the Noah Hesi community, man. See how well the support is.
Hey, and my last question, Mark, if you got one after, absolutely go ahead and ask. My last question. Can you give me, seriously, Skip, can you give me some type of view of a rebuild? Obviously, you guys have De'Aaron Fox. You guys have Buddy Hield as a trade asset. You guys have Marvin Bagley. You guys don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. I can see that behind the scenes. Don't do that. You're like great asset. No, you guys have Tyrese Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox. Tell me a rebuild process where the Kings do look competitive. That's what I'd like to know. Can you walk me through some type of movement and to show me where the Kings get competitive again, please?
All right, look. I'm going to humor you here, okay? Pun intended. All right. Yeah. All right. This is only going to make me more sick. Because when you're this sick, okay, the only thing that makes you worse is hope. That's why I have none, so I can start feeling better. But I'm gonna give you a little bit, all right? All right. When I'm not feeling well, we live together. You're gonna have to come and bring me some like chicken soup or something like that, because I'm gonna be out for a few days after this one. All right. Here we go. I
told you I got the stimmy.
You're right. You got the stimmy. We got the stimmy. All right. We got the stimmy. You gotta have the stimmy. All right. Look.
All together. We got the stimmy.
All right. Look. All right. Look. This is best case scenario. Okay. We're probably not. I mean, if we move Harrison Barnes, it's going to have to be some sort of Godfather deal that aging and elderly Danny Ainge, who again also used to be not too far away from here, if you catch my drift, is going to send us as a gift in order to get Harrison Barnes off our hands. So maybe we take one of his already number one picks, late round picks that he has, and I mean players, and then maybe picks otherwise. Okay, I don't see that happening. I think we're going to keep Harrison Barnes, because as much as you were talking about how you missed Shump from being here and everything, and I do too. He did a lot for the culture. He did nothing for the small forward position. We got to remember that. So we actually have a small forward that's actually playing good, and even the whole NBA and the national media recognizes it. I think we're going to keep Harrison. Buddy can go. I can see Buddy going. Belly could go. They might even go together. Wouldn't be surprised. Will we get back something that looks like some picks, likely some defensive players, nothing offensively? Okay, that's one thing. Really, and I only said that to speak to your point. Really, the number one thing is the thing that's already going to happen after this season. If it don't happen after this season, then maybe there's some more draftees that's coming in the following draft after this year, because the number one thing is really firing Luke Walton. Obviously, nobody wants to play for him, so nobody does play for him. I wanted Nate McMillan. It looks like the Atlanta Hawks may keep Nate McMillan down there because their biggest thing is they needed defense, and Nate McMillan is a defensive juggernaut when it comes to coaching. The odd thing is, before we hired Dave Yeager, we hired Nate McMillan. He came here, he interviewed. Damn it, was that him that I saw? I actually went up to the arena. I saw someone that we interviewed. But anyway, we ended up picking Dave Yeager, so we almost had Nate McMillan. So now I don't think Nate McMillan's going to come here, even though it was Vlade doing the interviewing and not Monty. So I don't think he's going to come here. I think he's going to stay in ATL, and he'd do well to do that. At best, maybe we can get Kenny Atkinson. I really, really hope that we could get him. That would be great. He does well with young players. What he did with the Nets before they decided to start throwing it away and then bet it all on, the 3 or 4. I'm saying, great players that they have over there. It'd be great that he come over there. We just need a very basic standard coach. We don't need nothing fancy. We just need someone who's going to encourage the youth and then build up. The next thing that we got to do is we do have to start feeding Robert Woodard III. We have to start feeding him some minutes. He's been down in the G League. He's been killing it. Leak, me and Leak did a whole tour video thing on
Bobby
him
the Body.
In the room. Bobby the Body. Go check him out. Anybody who hasn't, he got a sign down to the Austin Spurs. Austin Spurs for over there in the bubble. He's been killing it. So we got to feed him minutes, because when we do let go of Harrison, he's going to be the guy to take it, because we're not going to get another small forward that's worth a damn in free agency. We're going to have to build him, or And we're not even going to trade for him. We're not even going to get one in trade unless we get one from Boston. That's it. And then finally, the last thing is going to be the obvious thing, and we're going to have to hit the next draft really hard. That's what we're going to have to do. And I think between those things, I think that'll be most of what it needs. If we can get one more 3-point shooter that has some decent size, that would be really helpful too. And then finally, the last thing that we have to officially do, because Halliburton, when Buddy is gone, Halliburton's going to be the starting 2. Fox will be the starting 1. We have to get a six man. So we'll have a wing body. We'll have to get a 6-man to be our scorer off the bench, and be not a secondary ball handler, because Fox can be on the bench and then Halliburton can still run the point. But we just need basically a bench bucket. If we can get ourselves a young bench bucket and then get all those other things figured out, we'll be fine. And then I'm not so worried about the other parts of the bench. I think we do well enough with people that we do call it from the G League and other draft things that we'll be fine there. So it's just 6-man or a bench bucket. Get a regular good coach, hopefully Kenny Atkinson, and then there you go. And then maybe in 2 years we're back in the playoffs. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a lot on the checklist there, Skip.
Yeah, and maybe one of the things is going to happen. So yeah, like I said, don't count on it.
Hey, I'll say again, Kings organization, please hire Skip.
Yeah.
Skip
Yeah, absolutely.
To help out the front office, man.
Yeah.
Trust. Hey, listen, and believe me when I say Monty McNair, I believe that's the GM for the Kings, right? Skip's got way more emotional fortitude than he's showing right now. Trust me. All right, trust me. So you gotta give him that room to feel that, because obviously he is a Kings fan, diehard. They've been so bad for so long, and he's been pulling the little bit of hair that he has out of his head. And this is the finishing product. All right. So give him a little slack. All right. Let him go through his phases. But yes, he can definitely, as we see the rebuild process, there is some meat to that. So I just wanted to say that. But yes, Skip, absolutely. The Kings need help. You would be a viable option. What you got, Black?
The Browns were able to make the playoffs last year.
There we go.
Good point.
Black Moses, you're a Lakers fan, and all you're trying to do is feed me more hope so I get more sick, okay? I'm not listening to you anymore, all right? Look, last thing I want to say on a personal level, and for real, the shout out to the Kings Guard, the Kings NBA 2K Pro team.
Shout out to the Kings Guard.
Shout out to Kings Guard, way more successful than the actual team. The NBA 2K draft just happened on Saturday at 7 p.m. We got ourselves 2 new players. We got Majestic, who's already a pro in the league. I forget the last team he played for. We pulled him over, and we also got Kerry Jr., who would probably be our 6th man, another person that we drafted in there. So I want to say welcome to the team, to them. We still got the homie Youssef, who's a pro all-team first defense last 2 years, led the league in a 3-point percentage, 66%. 2 seasons ago. We still got Crushy. He was a number 3 pick last year. He's a demon on the ball. You don't want to go against him. You want to hope he's on your team. We still got the homie Simo from Dallas, Texas. Sim is a walking bucket. I mean, and I don't even know if he can spell it, but he can get it for you. And shout out, and then we got the number 1 point guard in out there. We got Mama, I'm that man. We got him in the trade. And a big shout out to my homie who used to be on the squad, Worthing Colt. He was on the squad. He wasn't even in the league last year. He got drafted again this year to the Celtics. So big shout out to my boy. I'm very proud of him. He battled back against all odds, and he is back in the league. He's gonna terrorize it. Hell, I love him so much. I hope he whoop our ass when we play him. But and Colt, put a good word in this to Danny Ainge, since you're gonna be out there in Boston, my guy, because we got to do something out here for these real Kings.
Man, Skip, thank you, brother. We appreciate you being on, man. Always a pleasure. Let's give it up for Skip, man.
Can I take this stuff off now? Can I take?
Hey, appreciate it.
Are we gonna get a topless Skip before we?
No, stop it. Skip, give him your Twitter handle and remove yourself. All right.
You find me as Skip and Tosh on Twitter, SKIPNTOSH. Skip and Tosh, twitch.tv/Skip and Tosh on Twitch. Find me on there. You can find me on my YouTube channel as well. Every other Monday, I do comic book related content on my homie Ash on Comics on YouTube. Really big into indie comics. Me and Black connect on that. Other than that, I mean, find me in Golden One Center if you can, and we'll cry together.
Hey, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. We love you. Hey, be easy, man. Hey,
all right, fellas.
look at that.
Now we're on to our next segment, man, which is one of my favorites.
Ultimate purg bloviation, man. Ultimate. All right.
It's tough to be a Kings fan, man. Whoa.
Man. Not the life for me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to our next segment, guys. We're talking about this week's pick'em.
Yeah.
I'm going to run off these teams, and you guys are going to rapid fire. Let me know who you got winning. So let's start with today's games. We have the Kings going up against the Hornets. Leak, who you got winning that game?
Kings and the Hornets. Obviously, you guys know what time it is, where I stand, who I'm rocking with, who I'm riding with, who I'm sliding with. It's the young GOAT, Melo Beasley. Let's get it. So I got Melo, and I've got the Hornets with it. They've been playing really well, and I think they're going to continue that play as he aggressively takes Rookie of the Year by the handle. All right.
Who you got, Black?
Mark, you just heard that bloviation we were all subjected to. Who do you think I got? I'm going with young Melo on his West Coast run. Hey, this is his first West Coast run, too.
Yeah.
He's got a nice little run coming. So I'm definitely taking him. I'm also looking forward to him and Tyrese Halliburton going at it, because Tyrese didn't play the first game. So now they're going to go at it. Right. Hey, this is much-watch TV. No.
hey, just like Lonzo ducked Fox, Halliburton ducking Melo now, right?
Put the little duck emoji up in the comments if you agree.
Right.
All right. Also tonight, man, we have the Knicks going up against the Nets. This should be a battle for New York. So, Black, let's start with you, man. Who you got winning that one?
I feel like somewhere Hove and Spike Lee are like they're about to leave their bodies right now, right? New York basketball is actually relevant again, right? I'm taking the Nets. You guys know I've been rocking with the Knicks all season, but hey, look, I'm not stupid, all right? Nets.
All right. Lee, who you got?
Okay, I see you. Hey, man, look. This is a tough one, right? Because New York is playing good basketball as far as the Knicks go, right? But the Nets are also the team to beat in the whole league. So it's a very tough one to call. But I'm gonna take a page out of my little shock book, right? And I'm actually gonna go with a certain spot that's gonna really ruffle some feathers out there. I'm actually going to choose the Knicks. And the reason why I'm going to choose the Knicks is because Tom Thibodeau has been playing extremely aggressive and hard defense. And I got a feeling that the New York Knicks are going to put their Timberland boot, right, on the neck. All right. There's only one real spot in New York City. The other one is really from New Jersey. I'm going with the Knicks. All right.
I knew Leak was setting something up. I didn't know what. All right. So Tuesday, we have the Pelicans versus the Blazers. Leak, who you got there?
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Pelicans. They've been playing very well lately. Lonzo Ball has even upticked his energy.
Yeah.
I'm really liking the way the swagger and the confidence that he's playing with. Hopefully it's sustainable. We know that he's coming up on a contract year. And his brother is balling out of his mind. So I believe that Lonzo might be in a groove right now, something that looks like it might be more sustainable, but I am going to go with the Pelicans. I think Zion's too much.
All right, Deep or Black, who you got, man?
All right, Mark, don't let that slip again, man.
Yeah,
hey, on No Hesi is Black. It's Black Mo on No Hesi, all right? No, I'm going with the Pels. As well, I think they're ready to turn a corner in the second half. They see their playoff chances. They don't want to let that pass up. I think they're locked in. So I'm going with the Pels.
All right, good pick. Let's go with the Jazz versus the Celtics. Also on Tuesday. Black, who you got there?
I'm all the hate, right? All the hate, and I'm still taking the Jazz on this one. Celtics just don't look good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Brad Stevens is on Black's list as well.
Right. I'm gonna go with the Jazz. They're playing good basketball. So I think what they've got is regular season sustainable. I'm gonna go with the Jazz.
All right. Also, well, not also. Well, let's see. We're on Wednesday's game. So Wednesday we have the Bucks versus the Sixers. Leak, who you got there?
I got the Bucks. Embiid seems like he's a little banged up, kind of coming in and out. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bucks. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then the Eastern Conference Semifinals the year before. So they're a team that I'm thinking at this point in the season they're ready to clamp down and get serious. So I got the Bucks.
All right, Black, who you got?
I second that. I'm going with the Bucks.
All right. Also Wednesday we have the Clippers going up against the Mavericks. Black, who you got there?
I'm gonna take the Clippers. I think the Clippers are gonna lock in this second half.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they took an L last night to the Pels, but I think that's gonna be more of an aberration moving forward.
All right, Leak, who you got?
I'm going ahead and go with the Clippers. I think the Clippers are, they faced a hard Pelicans, a motivated Pelicans team last night and took an L. But I definitely feel like they're getting their groove in. I think Kawhi Leonard seems like he's getting fed up with all of his teammates, which means he might go into robotic takeover mode. I'm looking forward to that. So I do have the Clippers.
All right. Thursday, we have the Lakers versus the Hornets as Melo continues his West Coast tour. Leak, who you got there?
So you already know I'm rocking with Melo. You know that's my I've been a day one of his. But let's not be crazy, right? Let's not be stupid, all right? The Lakers are looking to get back on track, and I got a feeling that they're definitely going to do that against a young and wet behind the ears Hornets team. All right.
All right, I got you on that one. Black, what you think is gonna happen?
Man, this is definitely the game of the week. You get to see Melo go up against Bron for the first time. We're gonna see whether or not there are stars in his eyes. He's gonna have to wipe the dust out of his eyes. I'm going with the Lakers. I think that they should handily get this victory.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say there will be a after game convo where the match will be.
Right. That's hey, look, that right there is what I'm watching for, to see what happens post game. Right.
Exactly. All right. So also Thursday we have the Wolves going against the Suns. Man, Suns looking good. Black, who you got there?
I'm going with the Suns, although the Wolves seem like they're turning a corner as well. Anthony Edwards is being unleashed on the NBA now. They've taken the chains off, if you will. But I'm going with the Suns.
Lee, who you got?
I am also going with the Suns, even though Anthony Edwards has been playing out of his mind. He's came along very strong, very aggressive, aka trap baby, as me and Black like to call him. Straight out the mud, that's how he's getting it. And he's not taking any prisoners. So I'm loving what he's doing. But let's be honest, you know what I mean? Like there's a strong line between success and purg, all right? And the Wolves are on the undertick of that. Now, with that said, I do want to, might as well take the time to show off the Anthony Edwards BAP that happened the other night. For viewers to see. Oh, yeah.
He almost caught Melo too, right?
Yeah, he did with the double team split.
He almost hit Melo with one of these, right?
Right.
Man.
Right. You know what? And speaking of that, we do see a play. Oh, they got the replay from the angle. Okay, let's see, just so we can get that real quick. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, that's elite level slash work already.
Yeah, that's nasty.
So we're feeling Anthony Edwards. We're glad he's on deck as far as number one pick and playing like it. But yes, I'm gonna go against the Timberwolves. I don't care who they're playing.
All right. All right. So Friday we have the Pacers versus the Heat. Leak, who you got there?
I got the Heat.
Okay. Black, what about you?
I got the Heat, but I do think that we're going to see the Pacers. We're going to see the Pacers level up with Karis LeVert coming back. But I got the Heat on this one.
Is he scheduled to make his return or what?
Yes, I believe he's playing. He's playing probably their next game. I don't know when that is, but I think he's coming back soon. So shout out to the medical staff over there in Indiana, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real. Glad to see him back. All right, so we have the Warriors going up against the Grizzlies. Should be a good one. Leak, who you got there?
And just so everybody knows, just for the I just did fact check, and Karis LeVert is related to Eddie and Gerald LeVert. Apparently, he is the cousin of them. So shout out to the whole LeVert squad.
Wow.
Grew up on that, you know what I mean? So shout out to that. But what was that, Mark? You said the Warriors and Grizz, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going with the Grizz. I'm going with the Grizz on that.
Who you got, Black?
Shout out to Razor Ramon, who's been absent the last few weeks. We'll get into that later at some point, but I'm going with the Warriors.
All right. Saturday, we have the Kings versus the Sixers. Black, who you got there?
I'm going to take the Sixers. No bloviation.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Luke?
I got the Sixers. Yeah, it's the same thing. I think Skip did all the bloviating we need to do as far as
All right. So also Saturday, this should be a fun one. We have the Hornets going up against the Clippers. Leak, who you got there?
Man, you know what? I'm going to go with the Clippers this one. I'm going to go with the Clippers. I feel like they're also a team that's getting serious, getting their edge back. They're not looking to let a young team come in and make waves at their expense. So I'm definitely going to go with the Clippers on that. And I think, hey, we'll see if the Hornets prove me wrong.
All right, Black, what you got going?
I'm taking the young kid. He shows up and shows out in LA, just not against us.
All right, so Sunday, the last day of the week, we have the Pels versus the Nuggets. Black, who you got there?
I'm going with the Pels. I really think the Pels are going to show us that they're trying to make the offs.
Yeah. What about you, Lee?
I got the Pels as well. Man, they weren't playing up to their potential, but Zion Williams is an unstoppable and unmovable force. Brandon Ingram doing what he does. If Lonzo Ball can keep what he's doing up, then that makes the Pelicans a very, very hard team to beat. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Pels as well.
All right, and the last game of the week should be a doozy. We have the Lakers versus the Suns. Leak, who you got there?
I got the Lakers. This is gonna be a good one, and I'm gonna see that. What I see is that the Lakers show the league and also Black Moses that there's no reason to panic, even without AD. Everything will be fine. The Suns have the number 2 seed in front of the Lakers. They're going to beat that team to show everybody, listen, this team is not really better than us. It's just at the standings. We know how the regular season goes. Casuals won't understand, and that will be the night.
What you think, Black?
All that bloviation is just for the Lakers. Just for the Lakers to take this L. I got the Suns, man.
Ooh. All right. Should be a good one, man. Well, fellas, we had a jam-packed episode. We're going to get out of here. But before we do, we want to pay hoop homage to a special someone that we're all going to find out who this is. Leak has been keeping this secret. So, Leak, before we get out of here, man, send us on out with a little hoop homage.
I got you. So, obviously, this show had a couple of topics on here. One of them was the All-Star. One of them was the Nets. One of them was even the Lakers and Bronze Squad, and things got a little tender and heated at the same time. But another topic that we had even had a special guest on it. All right. We had Kings Talk with Skip. And due to having Kings Talk, I wanted to do something special for all of our Kings fans out there. Obviously, there's only one bright spot on that squad, and it is the young boy, Tyrese Halliburton. So we're going to go ahead and pay hoop homage to the rookie, Mr. Young Halliburton. All right.
I'll just say I'm so glad you didn't post up like 2001, 2002 Kings highlight vids.
Yeah, I thought we was going there.
That would only piss him off again. That would piss him off.
That would perpetuate the situation, right?
Look, Skip says, "Don't do this. Don't do." You see that? He's probably feeling a sigh of relief after that, right?
Right.
Hey, no Hesi community. This is the segment where you can get your comments off as well.
Yeah.
You know, whatever roasts you have for this episode, let them fly right now. We'll try to read as many as we can.
Yep. Let's see. Skip poisoning us all with Hallie Hope. All right. Hallie Hope. Absolutely. I mean, look at this guy. He's a high flyer. He's a assist to turnover ratio monster, right?
Yeah, he is.
So Kings do got a
great catch and shoot capabilities as well. Ooh,
absolutely.
Can get to his spots. It seems like pretty easily. Yo, who is this guy, man?
Who is this guy? Who is this Kings fan, man? Who is this guy?
He looks like he's really a year into the quarantine. Like he the only one that actually stayed at home.
All right. Oh, yeah, man. I like he's long and lanky too. He's 6'5". That's what he's listed as. He must have long arms or something because he does look like he's getting around. He's carrying around more height than that, right?
Yeah.
There go Nate Curry too out there, number 23 on Toronto.
Oh yeah.
That's Fred VanVleet. My bad.
All right.
I love you. I love you, Nate.
Yeah, the creativity is off the charts too. Well, it's not off the charts. We'll say the creativity is very good. Off the charts would be more like mellow status, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a reasonable level of creativity, but for the most part, what he does well is the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
if it wasn't for that form, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, speaking almost to that form too, but what how he reminds me when he's out there getting it in on the court is a young Kevin Martin. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But with some more playmaking tools though,
more
right?
pizzazz, sure.
More pizzazz,
more athleticism.
He's a great he can just find his teammates.
Yeah,
really well. I think that's the talent.
His creativity. I like his creativity a lot, man. I mean, yeah, he's more of a basic player, but I mean, you look at these things that he's doing. It's like he's putting just enough sauce on it. Look at that. I mean,
yeah,
I'm feeling that.
You got the little pop offs,
right?
Do you guys think he starts before the end of the year? Like basically, once they fully realize they're in tank mode, do they just let him run?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he does start. I think he does start as well. But they're probably gonna. I think they get rid of Buddy at the deadline too.
Right. That would be a Buddy is gone move. Right.
Right. Right. And the fact that the trade deadline is coming up and they know they're not going to make any noise, it's a perfect time to get Buddy out of there, get some assets back, and send Buddy possibly to a little contender or something, a contender possibly, right?
Yeah. It'd be on a contender. I don't think any of the contenders. I mean, we know who are making a push for the chip. They don't need Buddy Hield.
They don't need Buddy Hield. No, not at all.
Probably the Mavs or something, man. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see the Mavs. Yeah, the Mavs. I can see the Mavs.
Give Luka another chuck, give him a secondary chucker, basically.
Yeah, I can definitely see the Mavs. Possibly the Heat if they want to upgrade from maybe Tyler Hero to a more standing still catch and shoot player. Probably not though, but more so the Mavs. Yeah. That's the best fit that I see for sure. The Mavs.
Yeah,
and they look like they got like a couple pieces that in the short term, in the interim, could fit on the Kings. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, I just wanted to give Kings fans some hope. You know what I mean? I know Skip came through, set the tone for what the rest of the season was going to be for them, but it doesn't have to be that way. Look at that. It doesn't have to be like that. It just doesn't. So, he's no LaMelo Ball, but they got a good one. Shout out to the Kings and all the fans. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to add some hope in there for that, man.
And I'm hoping to get Halliburton on the pod, man. I see he's rocking with JJ Redick, which is fine. That just means he doesn't know how impactful No Hesi is for the hoop culture. So if you're watching this, Tyrese, man, we'd love to have you as a guest on the show, talk hoops, man.
Shout out to Halliburton. All right. Yeah, man. But that's it for the hoop homage this week, man.
Man, we appreciate that, Leak, man. And like you fellas have said, and like I said on many occasions, man, this is the best hoop cast in the game. I mean, period. So we definitely have our pulse on the culture, man. So we're infusing, comedic elements, swag. I mean, just everything is all rolled into one sports take. So definitely we appreciate everyone being on and everyone checking us out. Fellas, I'm going to give you the final words, and then we're going to get up out of here for this week. Black, anything you want to say to the people?
Yes. I want to say follow at Black Married and Debt Free on Instagram. They have great content. They're trying to help educate our community on how to be more financially literate. And I appreciate the content myself. I've learned several things from you guys. So follow at Black Married Debt Free.
Appreciate that, man. Lee.
Hey, look, I'll go ahead and second that. Follow them on IG and also subscribe to the YouTube channel along with our YouTube channel. That way you could do it just back to back, right? You could do a double sub, right? Just like that. So shout out to all the viewers out there. Shout out to everybody checking in. Shout out to Mr. Nate Curry. Shout out to Skip. Shout out to Stop the Cap. Everybody who came through and dropped comments. We look forward to next time communicating as well. We love the fan interaction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that noti bell so you can be part of Noti Gang. All right. Other than that, great show. I appreciate y'all, fellas. And until next week.
Well, that's it, y'all. Till next time, we out. Peace.